Get out of here. Harry throws tantrum at wife Meghan for her death stares at his friend's wedding. Meghan Markle displayed some tension while attending Prince Harry's friend's wedding in 2017, according to one body language expert. The expert shared how Meghan's facial expressions and gestures included a death stare at one point. Body language expert Jesús Enrique Rosas took a closer look at Meghan's facial expressions and mannerisms at the wedding of Harry's childhood friend, Tom Inskip. In a video on the Body Language Guy's YouTube channel, Rosas analyzed Harry and Meghan's body language at the event. This photographer, whoever it was, could catch on camera several moments where Meghan was marking her territory, not to mention giving those death stares to the woman that was trying to have a conversation with Harry, Rosas explained. In one photo, Harry was talking with another woman while Meghan looked toward her. It depicts the general attitude of both Harry and Meghan, Rosas shared. Harry displayed a defensive position as he leaned on the table with his elbows really close to his body, the expert pointed out. The woman engaged in the conversation was seen leaning over in a defensive position as well, the expert shared. Maybe she felt threatened by Meghan's death stare, he wondered. Rosas zoomed in on Meghan's expression, which included side-eye and tension in her jaw and lips. He also highlighted some other moments from the wedding when Meghan had similar tension. In one image, he pointed out her neck, head, and facial expression of tension. Rosas believes Harry was exhibiting frustration in the moment, as he was looking down and pressing his lips. Another photo showed Meghan with her hand in a claw gesture, with her mouth really tense in an angry expression. That expression resulted in tension in her jaw and neck muscles as well. That's how you tell the intensity of her feelings, Rosas explained. In another photo, Meghan had her hand on Harry's back and Rosas pointed out a small detail with Harry's body language. Notice how he is pulling his head back, that is usually a sign of being really uncomfortable and on the defensive. Rosas believes that Meghan is trying to look nice with a smile, but when you zoom in, you notice that this is an asymmetric smile. He called it an expression of contempt. Finally, Rosas showed an image of Harry and Meghan, who had one arm around his shoulder and another clutching his arm. At first it was a bit hard to understand what was upsetting about it, the expert shared, but determined, Harry is not engaging at all with her. Harry had a straight neck, looking away from Meghan, with defensive posture. Rosas compared this moment with another image where Harry's posture was more relaxed. Rosas admitted there are limitations to not having a video to tell the whole story, but the photos were nevertheless revealing. These are the kind of situations where we don't have a video but a series of images is more than enough to have a sense of their general interactions and what were their attitudes at that moment, he explained. He cautioned, one has to be very careful because it's really easy to make the mistake of letting your biases judge a photo just because the feelings that a person inspires in you. Rosas added, and that's why I tell you that you should be able to spot at least 2 or 3 body language clues to reach a solid conclusion. In another YouTube video, he has noted that the Duchess of Sussex uses subtle hand gestures to signal Prince Harry from doing things she does not approve of, like talking. Meghan and Harry were attending the Well Child Awards back in 2019, and they were talking to some of the families attending, he said. And I think this was the last family they were talking to because they were sitting along a wall, and this was at the far corner, and in fact, it was the end of the video. But Harry was still talking to them, in a quite engaging way, and then Meghan just stands up and literally, and silently commands Harry to stop and stand up, just using her body language. And this is not the only time she's been caught in camera interrupting Harry out cold. Caught in camera